You've identified someone to inherit your IRAs. Smart move. But Jim Lineweaver says you need to have second thoughts about your first beneficiary. Why? Well, we'll let him explain it. Jim is a certified financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
So I know that a lot of people haven't yet taken care of actually picking a beneficiary for their IRA, but even those who have, who think they're ahead of the game, they need to take a second look at it as well?
Well, they do. This is something that should automatically be reviewed maybe every 5 years or so. And also, whenever there's a life change, we've had a lot of people come in through divorce or problems with kids and stuff, and the last thing they're thinking about is, oh, should I change my beneficiary designations?
Sure.
And it really could be harmful because you don't want an ex-wife or something receiving all your money. You know, you'd rather it go to your kids.
Yeah, it's not necessarily what you want, it's what it says.
Right, and you also run into a problem if you don't leave anybody there and then it just goes to your estate. There's certain stretch out provisions that people can utilize by an individual inheriting an IRA as opposed to an estate. So there could be some additional tax benefits that are lost as well.
Okay, so 1 is good, 2 is better, but why does it really have to be something you do and you name? I mean, won't it just, the beneficiary who might not be there anymore just can skip and pass on to the next round?
Well, here's where the legal side of things come in, and this is where the problem is because there's something in the Latin language that gave us some legal terms as far as how people are going to physically inherit some things. Because you not only have the primary beneficiary, which should be first in line, but then you have your contingent. So if that person's no longer living or around, who else is going to get that? And that's where the contingencies come into play.
Okay, so I know we talked before, if you've got 4 children, 1 dies, now you've got 3. If you just named your children, it's going to go to the 3 and not that 4th share going to that dead child's children, right?
Well, this is depending on where that Latin language comes in. So what happens is per stirpes would mean basically representation. So if you have the 4 and all of a sudden you lost one of the children and you have your designated beneficiaries as per stirpes, that 25% that was going to that child that passed away, then that person's wishes or their children should be able to get that money. So it may go to grandkids. The other problem though is if you leave it what's called per capita, okay, which is actually designated by total head count, then what ends up happening is you have the 4 that goes down to 3. Now you just disinherited some grandkids. And the problem is that may not be your intention. So it's very important not only that you just list the people out as primary contingent, list the percentages that everybody's supposed to get, and then beyond that also list them as per capita or per stirpes depending on how you want them to inherit the money.
So you really have to do that on the IRA. So what you have in your will, some people think the will control that, but it doesn't, correct?
No, because what happens is then you're going to lose a lot of potential tax benefits by actually just having to go to your estate and over to your will. It'll get probably to the right place. So we're not saying that some stranger's going to get the money, but other probate expenses and other things are involved, and you're going to lose a lot of tax benefits.
And the beneficiary designations override what your will says. So you want to make sure they're also coordinated, I would think.
Yeah, because it goes by contract, legal binding contract who that beneficiary is, as opposed to just leaving it directly to the will. So it can actually help out.
It's excellent information for people who are not yet in the know, perhaps. So there's per stirpes, there's per capita. It's all Latin. If it's this Latin legalese is Greek to you, then you got to give Jim a call. He'll explain your options in easy, plain English, so you can leave your IRAs to the people you want in the way that you want. His number is coming up next.
For more information, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or click to www.lineweaver.net. Next, perfecting your posture.